Welcome to Ireland Daily News. Today is the 15th of June 2026. Story 1. On Sunday, about 2,000 people attended a protest in Dublin. People gathered to protest the growth of racist rhetoric in society. The march moved from the General Post Office to the Custom House. The event was a response to recent violent riots in Belfast. Northern Ireland police said 32 people were arrested there. Meanwhile, 42 officers were injured during the disorder. Bisser Kembisha of the Irish Congolese community spoke at the event. He said that immigrant groups have felt clear fear recently. He expressed concerns about threats to his home and life. Many politicians attended the event that day. This included Paul Murphy and Richard Boyd Barrett. Lynn Boylan of Sinn Féin was also present. Many people supporting immigrants also took part in the march. They carried hand-painted signs to show solidarity. Gardaí stated they would not estimate the number of protesters. Protesters emphasized the need to stand against racism. A lone counter-protester appeared during the event. He was quickly shouted down by the protesters present. Story 2. A new congestion action plan for the Greater Dublin area will be published in the coming weeks. The plan contains 54 measures. More than half of these will be delivered within 18 months. Another 26 measures will be implemented over the next 3 years. The plan follows a meeting convened by Minister for Transport Darragh O'Brien in March. Short-term measures include designating a motorway hard shoulder as a bus priority lane from August. The plan also includes a new Luas timetable with increased services in 2027. Next year, DART services will be extended to Drogheda. Other measures include increased Garda enforcement of bus lane rules. The plan will also commence an M50 speed enforcement program. A park and ride facility near Bray will also open. Medium-term measures include building car parks in Lissenhall and Selbridge. The plan will also introduce a new camera system for traffic enforcement. Minister O'Brien is determined to tackle traffic congestion. This aims to ensure workers and families can commute efficiently. It also helps businesses operate to their full potential. The plan also aims to support tourism growth. The key priority is improving the effectiveness and attractiveness of public transport. Supporting enforcement measures will be implemented to improve network performance. Story 3. Police have announced they will extend the taser pilot program for 6 months. The program will be expanded to the Limerick division. Since launching in December 2025, 167 Gardaí have been issued with tasers. Latest figures show the tasers have been used 15 times. There were 3 discharges. There were 5 instances where the taser was drawn unarmed. There were 7 cases where the taser laser was pointed at someone. These actions resulted in 7 arrests and subsequent charges. 1 individual fled the scene and was not caught. 3 other people were detained under the Mental Health Act. 1 person was taken to hospital. Gardaí stated this was not related to the use of police force. Deputy Commissioner Paul Cleary said the program proved the taser is an effective de-escalation tool. It has provided additional protection to personnel. All Gardaí equipped with tasers have completed a 3-day training course. Tasers are only deployed when Gardaí are using body cameras. Story 4. According to Department of Justice data, 633 international protection applicants have voluntarily left the state in the first 5 months of this year. This includes 101 people in January, 100 in February, 107 in March, 192 in April, and 133 in May. As of June 10, the department has issued €222,500 in assistance payments. Minister for Justice Jim McCallaghan announced higher reintegration assistance fees last year. If leaving before an appeal decision, individuals can receive €2,500. Family units can receive a maximum of €10,000. Last year, 1,600 asylum seekers voluntarily left Ireland. This is a 72% increase from the 934 people in 2024. The Department of Justice says voluntary departure is their preferred option. This helps to ensure the effective operation of the immigration system. Story 5. According to new Freedom of Information Act data, at least 346 higher education students were homeless in the 2024-25 academic year. The Union of Students in Ireland president warns that this is merely the tip of the iceberg. He says students cannot maintain their health without a safe place to sleep. Social Democrats' housing spokesperson Rory Hearn described the situation as scandalous and heartbreaking. He noted that students are even being forced to sleep in cars or tents. Atlantic Technological University reported 97 cases of student homelessness. Munster Technological University reported 92 cases. Technological University Dublin reported 54 cases. Several higher education institutions could not provide figures due to a lack of centralized data collection. The government's National Student Accommodation Strategy admits a current shortage of 15,000 beds. The plan aims to deliver 42,000 additional beds over the next 10 years. However, the government acknowledges that private sector involvement is required to meet the demand. Story 6. The government is planning to introduce a new derelict property tax. This policy aims to address long-standing issues of housing vacancy and dereliction. Taste and Finance Minister Simon Harris will submit proposals to the Cabinet on Tuesday. This new tax will replace the existing derelict sites levy. It will be collected directly by the revenue commissioners. The new measure will initially apply to 107 cities. These cities all have populations of over 4,000 people. Subsequently, the tax will be extended to another 64 towns. The total number of covered towns will reach 171. Harris stated that local authorities have badly failed in managing derelict properties. He feels very frustrated and angry about this. Thousands of properties remain idle during the housing crisis. The new tax rate is expected to be no less than 7% of property market value. Revenue will have enforcement powers. The government aims to encourage owners to reuse the properties. According to GeoDirectory, there were 19,500 derelict homes nationwide at the end of last year. However, only about 2,100 are listed in the official register. Exemption and appeal mechanisms will be developed within the year. That's all for today's Ireland news. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.